Welcome everyone, it's Brandon on behalf of Run It Back. I'm here with MaKo from DRX just after they were eliminated from Masters Reykjavik in their battle against ZETA Division. I just want to say thank you obviously for taking the time to speak with me and kind of start by asking you about the overall talent in Valorant. DRX faced teams from a handful of regions up to this point, so just what are your thoughts on the global strength of the game?
네, 일단 오늘 아쉬운 결과가 있어서 경기를 보는 입장에서도 굉장히 아쉬웠고요. 오늘 함께 인터뷰를 진행해 주셔서 감사합니다. 일단은 전 세계적으로 선수들의 기량에 대해서 좀 여쭤보고 싶어요. 이제 발로란트라는 게임의 e스포츠를 하시면서 여태까지 글로벌 대회에서 많은 지역 팀들과 상대를 하셨는데요. 지금 전 세계적으로 선수들의 수준이 어떤지 좀 의견을 여쭤보고 싶네요.
확실히 첫 국제 무대보다는 모든 세계에서 이제 각지 지역별로 다 모두가 다 세졌다고 생각하고, 네, 확실히 그냥 많이 발전한 것 같아요. 근데 저희는 이제 살짝 왠지 모르겠으나 좀 더딘 느낌도 없지 않아 있는 것 같아요. 제 생각엔.
I think in comparison to the very first global event, many teams, if not all teams, have improved significantly over the past year. But I would like to add that amongst all these teams, I think we were one of the teams that were slower to adapt and grow. So that is a little bit disappointing.
Okay, and before this rematch against Zeta Division started, you had the fourth most kills in the entire tournament so far. I just want to know, as a non-duelist, how do you kind of set up for all of those kills while playing those controller agents?
네, 이번 대회에서 오늘 경기 이전까지 전체 킬데스 순위에서 마코 선수가 4위를 기록하고 계셨어요. 그런데 타격대도 아닌 주로 연막 역할로 어떻게 그렇게 많은 킬을 하실 수 있는지 좀 공유 부탁드립니다.
일단은 제가 이제 연마 캐릭터를 하면서 앞선을 선다기보다는 약간 2선이나 3선에 쓰게 되는 경우가 되게 많은데, 앞라인에 이제 Z 같은 타격대 요원들이 먼저 들어가주면 뭐 이제 트레이드나 또는 각 같은 걸로 이제 역습 차단 막 해주면서 하다 보니까 자연스럽게 저한테 킬이 들어오는 경우가 되게 많아요. 또 마지막에 남으면서도 클러치를 어쩔 수 없이 이제 하게 되는 상황들이 많은데, 그럴 때마다 그냥 킬이 좀 많이 들어오는 것 같아요.
I think the reason that I can pick up so many kills in the game is because when we are, taking or retaking a site, I tend to be sort of in the second line of entry. So we have the Jets who dash in, and then I tend to just go for the trades, and often because of that, I have the more advantageous fight. And being a controller, I am usually the last one standing alive, which forces me into situations where I have to clutch out the game. And because of these two reasons, I think it's only natural that I pick up as many kills that I did.
Okay, and following up on that, throughout this Masters tournament, you and RB were really the difference makers on DRX, but that didn't really seem to be the case, in this rematch against Zeta Division. So I'm not really asking you to make any excuses or to take anything away from Zeta, but do you feel this was maybe an off game for you and RB? Or do you think perhaps Zeta Division planned to make you two less impactful?
네, 주로 과거 경기에서는 알비 선수와 마코 선수가 어떻게 보면 경기를 결정짓는 역할을 자주 했었는데 오늘 경기 제타지비앙과의 경기에서는 조금 그런 모습들이 잘 안 보였어요. 그래서 오늘 제타 디비전이 두 선수를 좀 방해하기 위해서 전략을 잘 짜온 것 같으신지 아니면 오늘 조금 뭐 좀 안 맞는 날이었는지 어떤 상황이었는지 궁금해요.
일단은 안 맞는 날도 겹쳐 있는 것 같고, 제타 디비전 쪽에서 이제 준비를 되게 잘해온 것 같아요. 막 이제 제가 이제 마지막에 나서 막 바이퍼 이제 C 스킬 그걸로 이제 막 뭐 하려고 하면은 갑자기 그때 딱 뒤에서 나와가지고 막 죽이거나 그냥 되게 방해적인 요소들을 되게 좀 많이 해온 것 같아요, 저격을. 네.
Yeah, I think it was a mix of both, in the sense that it wasn't, my best day, but also I think Zeta Division really prepared well for today's game because they, are peeking or flanking at really great times. So when I was pulling out my skill to prevent an attack or to prevent a plant, I was often flanked or peeked at that specific moment. And so I think they had a very strong game plan today.
Okay, and we saw only one map repeated in this series from the group stage, and that was Icebox. They turned things around on that map, beat you guys in a close battle. Aside from that peeking and flanking that you kind of mentioned, what are some other things you noticed that they did differently this time around that allowed them to pull out the win?
네, 그룹 스테이지에서의 경기와 오늘 경기와 겹친 맵은 아이스박스 하나였어요. 그래서 그때는 DRX가 이길 수 있었는데 오늘은 어떤 발전이 있었기에 제타가 DRX를 꺾을 수 있었나요?
일단 제타가 이제 그룹 스테이지부터 여러 번 경기를 해오다 보니까 이제 좀 떨리는 모습도 안 보였었고 경기 도중에 본인들 이제 하고 싶은 거대로 이제 다 하다 보니까 원내 실력이 나온 것 같아요. 근데 저희는 반면에 어제 옵틱전에서 살짝 후유증이 온 것 같아요. 그래서 그것 때문에 그냥 진 것 같아요. 네.
So, since they were defeated by us in the group stage, Zeta had been playing several games, often back to back, and by doing so, I think they really picked up their momentum. And from today's match, I could tell that they were much less nervous than they were during the first match. And so I think it was just that Zeta could perform to the level or the potential that they actually have. And for us, I think the effect of our loss from to OpTic Gaming yesterday had a sort of mental pushover. So we had that burden on our shoulders today.
Okay, and that brings me, to the other two maps. DRX hasn't lost Ascent or Split at all this year. You continue to win, the win streak on Ascent, but Split saw Zeta Division kind of, run through you guys with a pretty one-sided round count. Do you kind of think the same thing factored into that map win with their momentum and your guys' possible lack of momentum after losing to OpTic?
원래 DRX는 스플릿과 어센트에 100% 승률을 기록을 하고 있었어요, 올해. 그런데 오늘 경기에서는 특히 스플릿에서는 되게 일방적인 스코어로 패배를 하시게 됐는데 이게
Hello? Bro, they really moved me out of the interview right in the middle? Hello? I guess somebody just moved me out on
yes,
accident.
yeah. Yeah. 질문 기억하세요?
네.
Okay, so he's ready to answer that question. Are you ready?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right.
컨디션이 이제 안 좋았던 것도 있고 뭐 이제 텐션도 이제 막 되게 좋았던 편도 아니었고 때문에 이제 저희가 이제 서로 얘기도 잘 안 통하는 상태였고 또 그렇게 이어지면서 또 총도 자연스럽게 안 맞고 그냥 상대가 원하는 플레이에 다 당해준 느낌이었어요.
So I think it was multiple factors that affected our game, especially on map 3. Firstly, was that we weren't in our peak condition, both mentally and physically. Additionally, I think the morale within the team, wasn't as high as it usually is, and I think the pressure kind of got to us. So I think all these factors compounded and then sort of snowballed into this very one-sided loss on split.
Okay, and just the last thing, obviously the team did perform well. The team has performed well, since they entered Valorant. I just want to know kind of what you expect from DRX's future and how you guys plan to bounce back to place even higher at the next Masters event.
네, DRX의 미래에 대해서 좀 여쭤보고 싶어요. 그래서 다음 대회를 위해서 어떻게 준비를 하실 건지, 그리고 DRX 다음 글로벌 무대에선 어떤 걸 기대할 수 있을까요?
이번처럼 막 텐션이 떨어지고 그것 때문에 이제 막 지는 거랑 연결돼 있거나 막 총이 안 맞는 날이어도 막 잘 넘어갈 수 있는 방법들을 찾아내면서 꼭 다음 무대에서 올라오게 된다면은 이번에는 좀 제발 좀 좋은 성적을 좀 얻어갔으면 좋겠어요.
I really, really hope that for the next global event we can achieve a better or higher result. I think it's crucial that we learn to overcome losses throughout the tournament. We need to be able to maintain a high level of morale, and I think it's just a matter of not choking, as we tended to do at so many of these global events.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations for making it here and making it this far, and best of luck to you guys in the future.
Thank you.